On the morning of July 25, 2025, United Airlines Flight 108 prepared for what was expected to be a routine transatlantic journey. The aircraft, a state-of-the-art Boeing 787 Dreamliner, stood gleaming at the gate in Washington, D.C., ready to carry its passengers across the Atlantic Ocean to Munich, Germany. The crew performed their pre-flight checks with practiced precision, while passengers settled into their seats, some excited for their European adventure, others simply looking forward to a restful flight. On board were 219 passengers and 11 dedicated crew members, each trusting in the safety and reliability of modern aviation. The cabin buzzed with quiet anticipation as flight attendants moved through the aisles, ensuring everyone was comfortable and secure. The engines roared to life, and soon the Dreamliner soared into the sky, leaving the city behind. The ascent was smooth, the cabin atmosphere relaxed. Passengers read, watched movies, or gazed out the windows at the receding landscape, unaware that anything could go wrong. But just minutes after takeoff, as the plane climbed past 10,000 feet, the unexpected happened. A sudden, jarring mechanical failure struck the left engine. Warning lights flashed in the cockpit, and a faint vibration rippled through the cabin. The routine flight was instantly transformed into a high-stakes emergency. The pilots, highly trained for such scenarios, immediately sprang into action. Their calm voices belied the urgency of the situation as they worked through emergency checklists, communicating with each other and with air traffic control. Every second counted as they assessed the damage and made critical decisions to keep everyone safe. In the control tower, air traffic controllers coordinated with the flight crew, clearing airspace and preparing for any possible outcome. Flight attendants reassured passengers, maintaining order and calm despite the uncertainty. It was a true test of training, professionalism, and composure for everyone involved. The story of Flight 108 is not just about a mechanical failure at 30,000 feet. It's about how a team of professionals, pilots, crew, and controllers relied on their training and preparation to turn a potentially catastrophic event into a story of resilience and safety. Their quick thinking and seamless teamwork would soon be put to the ultimate test. What unfolded next would become a powerful example of aviation safety in action, demonstrating how preparation, communication, and professionalism can make all the difference when the unexpected strikes at 30,000 feet. The journey began like countless others at Washington Dulles. Passengers settled in, stowed their bags, and listened to the safety briefing. The Dreamliner lifted off just after 6 p.m., climbing smoothly into the evening sky. Passengers gazed out at the shrinking city lights, some already planning their time in Munich. The cabin was filled with the quiet routines of a long-haul flight. Movies, conversations, and anticipation. Everything felt normal, with no hint of the drama about to unfold. But this calm was only temporary. Within minutes, the flight's course would change forever. As Flight 108 climbed through 10,000 feet, a loud bang and shudder from the left side jolted everyone on board. Passengers near the wing saw flashes and felt the aircraft vibrate. Panic and confusion spread instantly. In the cockpit, alarms blared as the pilots diagnosed a critical engine failure and shut down the left engine. The crew's training kicked in, stabilize the plane, reassure the cabin, and prepare for an emergency return. The dream of a smooth transatlantic flight was gone. Now every second counted. In the cockpit, the captain's voice cut through the tension with the most urgent call in aviation. Mayday, mayday, mayday. Engine failure, left engine. These words, spoken with calm urgency, signaled a dire emergency. The crew had trained for this moment, but nothing could truly prepare them for the reality of a critical engine failure at altitude. The captain's decision to declare a mayday was immediate and decisive, a testament to years of experience and the gravity of the situation. Every second counted, and the crew's focus narrowed to the task of keeping the aircraft and everyone on board safe. Declaring an emergency over the radio wasn't just a formality, it was a lifeline. This transmission cut through all other radio traffic, instantly alerting air traffic control to the life-threatening situation unfolding in the sky. The Mayday call is universally recognized, and its use meant that every available resource would be directed toward helping the stricken flight. The urgency in the captain's voice left no doubt. This was a critical moment, and immediate action was required. Controllers at Washington Air Route Traffic Control Center responded without hesitation. Their training kicked in as they confirmed the emergency, their voices steady and reassuring over the radio. Within moments, they began clearing a path back to Dulles, coordinating with other controllers and relaying vital information to the flight crew. The teamwork between cockpit and control center was seamless, a testament to the professionalism and dedication of everyone involved. All other aircraft in the vicinity were quickly rerouted, creating a protected corridor through the busy airspace for Flight 108. Pilots in other planes listened in, understanding the seriousness of the situation and complying immediately with instructions. The airspace, usually crowded and complex, was now focused on one priority: getting the damaged aircraft safely to the ground. The Mayday call triggered a rapid, coordinated response on the ground. Emergency services at Dulles sprang into action. Fire trucks, ambulances, and airport ground crews mobilized, preparing for a possible crisis. Every member of the airport's emergency team knew their role, rehearsed countless times, but now facing a real emergency. The runway was cleared, and medical teams stood ready, hoping for the best but preparing for the worst. Inside the cabin, passengers sensed the gravity of the situation. Even if the details were scarce, the change in the crew's demeanor and the sudden shift in the flight's routine made it clear that something was wrong. Flight attendants moved through the aisles, offering calm reassurance and preparing the cabin for a possible emergency landing. The atmosphere was tense, but the professionalism of the crew helped keep panic at bay. In the cockpit, the pilot's calm, precise communication was crucial. Every word exchanged with air traffic control was measured and clear, ensuring that help was on the way and that everyone involved understood the situation. Their training and composure under pressure inspired confidence, both in the cabin and among those coordinating the response on the ground. This was just the first step in a complex chain of actions that would determine the fate of everyone on board. Every decision, every instruction, and every response mattered. The collaboration between pilots, controllers, and emergency teams was now the only thing standing between disaster and survival. The lifeline between cockpit and ground was now fully engaged, a vital connection that would guide Flight 108 through the most critical moments of its journey. Air traffic control sprang into action, clearing the busy skies around Dulles to give Flight 108 absolute priority. The Dreamliner, heavy with fuel for its transatlantic journey, was too heavy to land safely. The pilots entered a holding pattern, circling over Northern Virginia to burn off and dump fuel, a standard but tense procedure. Emergency crews assembled on the ground, ready for any outcome. For 30 minutes, the pilots and controllers worked in perfect sync, monitoring every detail. The focus was singular: bring the aircraft down safely. Every decision was deliberate, every action coordinated. When the plane was finally light enough, the stage was set for a critical landing. For passengers, the 30 minutes of circling felt endless, a tense limbo filled with anxiety and uncertainty. Flight attendants moved calmly through the cabin, preparing for an emergency landing and keeping passengers as calm as possible. The cabin lights dimmed, and everyone was briefed on the brace position. Some passengers found comfort in quiet reflection or the support of those nearby. The lack of information heightened the tension, but the professionalism of the crew was reassuring. Finally, the captain announced they were preparing to land, bringing a mix of relief and apprehension. The most critical moment was about to begin. As Flight 108 lined up for its final approach, emergency vehicles waited on the runway, lights flashing. The tension was palpable, with everyone on the ground and in the air aware of the high stakes. The aircraft had lost one of its engines, and the pilots were now tasked with bringing the plane down safely, using only a single engine. The runway was cleared, and emergency personnel were on high alert, ready to respond to any situation that might arise. The pilots executed a textbook single-engine landing, drawing on every ounce of their training. Years of rigorous preparation and countless hours in simulators had prepared them for this moment. They communicated calmly and efficiently, adjusting their approach and speed with precision. The cockpit was a hive of activity, yet everything was under control. Their focus was unwavering, and their teamwork was impeccable. Passengers braced for impact, the cabin silent except for instructions and the rush of wind. Flight attendants moved through the aisles, ensuring everyone was in the brace position and offering words of reassurance. The atmosphere was tense, but there was also a sense of trust in the crew's abilities. Some passengers whispered prayers, while others held hands with their neighbors, finding comfort in shared humanity. At 8:33 p.m., the Dreamliner touched down smoothly, an extraordinary feat under the circumstances. The landing gear made contact with the runway, and the plane decelerated steadily. The skillful handling of the aircraft by the pilots was evident as they brought it to a safe stop. The relief was almost immediate, but the crew remained vigilant, ensuring that the plane was secure before allowing themselves to relax. Relief swept through the cabin, followed by applause and tears. Passengers hugged each other and expressed their gratitude to the flight attendants. The sense of relief was overwhelming, and the cabin was filled with a mix of laughter and sobs. It was a moment of collective catharsis, a shared experience that none of them would ever forget. Emergency crews quickly inspected the aircraft, confirming it was safe. Firefighters and ground crew worked efficiently, checking for any signs of damage or potential hazards. Their thorough inspection ensured that the aircraft was secure, and their professionalism provided an additional layer of reassurance to everyone on board. The plane was towed to the gate, and the ordeal was over. As the aircraft was guided to its final position, passengers began to gather their belongings, preparing to disembark. The sense of relief was palpable, and there was a newfound appreciation for the skill and dedication of the crew and emergency responders. The professionalism of everyone involved turned a potential tragedy into a story of success. The coordination between the flight crew, air traffic control, and emergency responders was seamless. Each person played a crucial role in ensuring the safety of everyone on board. Their combined efforts showcased the best of what aviation professionals are capable of. Flight 108's landing was a triumph of skill and preparation. The successful outcome was a testament to the rigorous training and unwavering dedication of the aviation community. It was a day that highlighted the importance of teamwork, expertise, and the human spirit's resilience in the face of adversity. After the landing, United Airlines and airport officials quickly reassured the public the flight had landed safely, and everyone was unharmed. Emergency teams confirmed there were no injuries and praised the coordination between crew and ground responders. Passengers were met by staff, given hotel accommodations, meal vouchers, and rebooked on new flights. The airline's swift response helped ease the disruption and stress for travelers. Official statements emphasized the safe outcome and the professionalism of all involved. For passengers, the care and support after landing brought much-needed relief and closure. The safe resolution of Flight 108's emergency is a testament to aviation's safety culture. Every passenger and crew member walked away unharmed, thanks to flawless execution of emergency procedures. United Airlines worked through the night to rebook travelers and minimize disruption. The Dreamliner was taken out of service for a thorough investigation, ensuring future safety. The incident had little impact on airport operations, showing the system's resilience. Flight 108's story is a powerful reminder. Even when things go wrong, training, teamwork, and preparation keep us safe. For those on board, it was a harrowing experience, but also proof that the system works when it matters most.